with Mr. Gabriel Amane, and I am Ms. Agnes Gabriel. We are postgraduate diploma education students at University of Goroka, and we welcome you to our educational psychology course video presentation on Freudian Stage 4 and 5. The objective of our video presentation is to understand the Freudian stage 4 and 5 of psychosexual development theory as a professional teacher.
Throughout this video, we will discuss and understand the Freudian stage 4 and 5 and how to be the best teacher to approach our students during these stages. To begin our presentation, let's get to know who is Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was born on May 6, 1956 to a Jewish couple, and he died in London on September 23, 1939. Sigmund Freud is a famous theorist of personality who developed the five stages of psychosexual development and the founder of psychoanalysis. From sexual development theory, he claims that as we grow up, we go through five critical stages of psychosexual development that determines our personality. These five stages of psychosexual development is also known as the Freudian stages of psychosexual development, and they are: number 1, oral stage; number 2, anal stage; number 3, phallic stage; number 4, latency stage; and the final stage, genital stage, which this altogether affect the different erogenous zone respectively of an individual. The successful completion of each stage result in a healthy, good social life of an adult, whereas the unsuccessful incompletion of such of this each stage result in a term known as fixation or getting stuck in the stage of development. Let's recap the first three stages of the psychosexual development theory by Freud. According to Kendra Cherry, who wrote about Freud's stages of psychosexual development, she summarized the stages as: oral stage is from birth to year 1, where babies find pleasure in oral stimulation, for example, breastfeeding, and whining when mother stop breastfeeding them. Stage 2, anal stage. This is from age 1 to age 3 and focus on the bowel movement and controlling of the bladder, where the parents teaches the child how to take one or two on their own. Third stage, the phallic stage, occurs from age 3 to 6, where children identify themselves as male and female and begin to adopt values and characteristics of their parents.
The video will be focused on the two last stages of Freudian psychosexual development theory, that is, latency stage and genital stage. Latency stage occurs between 6 years old to puberty. During this stage, sexual urges and interests are suppressed and or dormant. Children instincts are diverted to recreation, academic and social pursuit, as well as developing life skills. This stage is also the commencement of education and a more interest with social activity, communication, and outward activities with same sex peers. For instance, you will see boys playing with boys, either driving toy cars or playing sports and other things that men usually do. And girls will play with girls, either house or dress ups, elastic games, and other things that women usually do. Genital stage. This is the final stage of fluid psychosexual development, which occurs between puberty and death. Puberty awakens sexual instincts and triggers sexual urges and attraction towards opposite sex. At the end of adolescence, the person become more mature and well-established adult who focus on educational and career goals, preparing to start a family and other mature reality competencies.
As the purpose of this video, we will have a look on how the latency and genital stages of the psychosexual development theory by Freud affect or have an impact on students and teachers in a learning environment. The latency stage. This stage can impact learning when teachers understand this by preparing constructive, structural learning such as discussion, presentation, outdoor lessons, having mentors or role models giving speech in the class or in school. These activities increase motivation, concentration, involvement, and boost students' learning. The fifth stage, the genital stage. How does this stage have an impact or affect students and teachers in a learning environment? During this stage, adolescents become repulsive, rebellious against authority, teachers, and even parents and their friends or peers. They experience different types of emotions that, when it is not controlled properly, it affects their learning through distraction, loss of concentration, disciplinary actions, and loss of focus. However, if the teacher makes his or her teaching and learning environment more conducive, safe, and supportive towards such adolescent students, the students can be able to enjoy learning and handle his or her emotions in this particular age or stage.
As a professional teacher or educator, it is our duty to understand these stages and what or how we can aid in their education development. At latency stage. As an educator during latency stage, in a learning context, we can develop structural and constructive activities and teach them new skills. Also, educators can influence the development of ID, ego, superego during this stage by providing supportive and conducive environment for the students.
In consideration of Freud's psychosexual theory, stages 4 and 5, we can take advantage of these stages by realizing the benefits or the opportunities that lies within each stages. For example, the latency stage. These states provide sense of competency and industry in an individual. This is acquired through redirecting sexual edges to various non-sexual edges. This is the opportunity where the child can get the chance to excel, be innovative, creative, and prove him or herself. This is the stage also where the child can focus more on acquiring and developing new skills. Social bonds and relationships are also strengthened here. The genital stage, opportunity and benefits for that particular stage lies within the maturity of that individual. The child gradually develops into a mature adult who is matured in both sexual and sexual interest and social interest. He is more concerned with the needs of others and the desire to consider the needs of others as well. Here also, this stage provides an opportunity to resolve unsuccessful completion of previous stages.
During these stages, there are challenges that we face as educators. There are many challenges faced during latency stage, but here are few. Bad peer pressure from the wrong group of people, bad influence from the bad peers, social anxiety and performance stress to fit in and please others or to be part of the group. At genital stage, there are other challenges that we face. Here are two. Number one is fixation. Fixation occurs when one or more of the stages are not successfully complete. Number two, sex education. Sex education in PNG context is a taboo or a restriction is placed on sex education. Most teachers find it difficult to educate students on sex. This is due to cultural restrictions and beliefs and the Christian society. Interestingly, do you ever wonder why sons are mother's favorite? Well, according to Freud, he believes that son sees the mother as someone he wants to marry during phallic stage, that is stage number 3. But because of the father, he cannot. So instead, he becomes best friends with his mother and channel his love to something else or someone else as he grows up. We have gone through the Freudian stages 4 and 5, which is latency stage and genital stage. We briefly covered what latency and genital stage is, the impacts the stages have on teachers and students' learning, role we play as educators, and the benefits and challenges that we face during these stages. Thank you all for watching. If you find this video educational, please like or leave a comment below and make sure to subscribe.